My name is Roger Shepherd. I'm from New Zealand, and these days I live in Gure, Jeollanam-do. And my life here in Korea is about photographing mountains of the 백두대간, North and South Korea. And I do tour guiding, and I do other things related to mountains. I came to South Korea initially for a holiday, and I discovered 백두대간. That was in 2006. I hiked 백두대gan. I wrote a guidebook about that, and then when I was writing the guidebook, I discovered many different things about Korean culture, mountain culture. So I came back to Korea again in 2009, this time on more holiday, and I hiked the Jongmek for 6 months. And during the 6 months of walking, I kind of had a sense of, I guess what they might say, enlightenment, okay, where I decided that I was going to stay in Korea and just explore more of their mountains. So that was the reason why I came back to Korea in 2010, quit my job, and started a company here. And my job was to introduce mountains to foreigners as a tour guide and maybe publish books. At first I had no plan to go there and do that. But when you hike the 백두대간 in South Korea and you get to like the DMZ, you get to Jimburyong, and then you climb to Gyeongnam inside the DMZ, and you look into North Korea, you kind of feel like you want to continue. But I knew I couldn't do that. But so later, when I started my company, I was looking for ideas to make money, right? And I wanted to publish a book of photography of mountains of South Korea. And I'm not a trained photographer, right? Like my photos aren't very good, but they're special because it's a good subject. And so I was talking to a friend of mine, a publisher. I said I wanted to publish a book of mountains of South Korea. And he says, no, don't be stupid. Like, so many books already exist. Yeah? It's like, and you're not even a professional photographer. I mean, it won't work. It's not a good idea. And then he said to me, but because you're a New Zealander, you can go to North Korea, and if you can take mountain photos in North Korea, probably a good market for that. It's a good subject. And I thought that was a good idea. So then I started thinking about how can I get into North Korea? And I had no contacts. My work to go there is kind of special. It's not a tour. Like I'm going to ask the North Korean government for permission to take photos of their mountains. So I found out how to do that. It's a long story, but I'll make it short. And I ended up going to Pyongyang and telling them what I wanted to do. And by then I decided that it would be a better idea, rather than just turn up and say, hey, can I take photos of your mountains? Go to them with an idea. So I decided, well, why don't I continue with the 백두대간 in North Korea and say that I'm going to make a book from Baekdu to Jiri, connecting Korea through the 백두대gan. And I told them that's what I wanted to do, and surprisingly they said it was a good idea and they agreed to help me do it. So that's how it all started here. Oh, they're all special because you go there for the first time, right? So you don't know what you're going to find. But good mountains from memory were like Durusan. Durusan is in Baegamgun, Yanggangdo, and that was like 2,309m 해발. So it was a big mountain, and it was a great experience. And then recently, in 2017, Chailbong, which is part of the Gaemogo-won, that was a great, big, beautiful mountain. That was like 2,505m 해발. That's a big mountain, for Korea to climb. And that was a fantastic mountain because it was open top. and it was just big views, and it was like in the middle of nowhere. And it was just fantastic to be there. It's a really amazing feeling. With what we have here, I think it's probably a very good exhibition for someone who's never seen this type of work before. And I hope that it shows to them the kind of warmness of my work, okay? That when I go to these places, I purposely try to seek warm relationships with people, okay? And I hope that reflects in my work. I think they're very hardworking, they're very intelligent, they're very able to understand something quickly. Also, I found them to be very warm, very quick to a joke. Like they quite like to hear a joke or a laugh. They enjoy sarcasm or wittism. You know, they quite enjoy making jokes to each other, and very Korean in a sense. So I think my work on 백두대간 is kind of finished for now, and then I have my tours, 백두대간 trekking tours. Hopefully they will grow, I don't know. But next year there's a mountain in 자강도, Bhutan, called Ogasan. Ogasan is the last virgin forest on the Korean peninsula. So I would like to be able to go there next year and start an expedition on that. Photograph it, document it with video, record it, and then come back and show the people of South Korea this amazing mountain. So today you can see like a snippet of what is about 8 years, 8년, of my work of the taking photographs of the 백두대간 in North and South Korea. The 백두대간 for the people of Korea is more than an unbroken mountain chain forming the backbone of the nation. It is the spine that binds them together. My travels all over the peninsula revealed to me that the people of the 백두대간, North and South, although practicing differing ideologies, share the same affinities as Koreans. I will plan to explore more of the mountains of Korea and continue to photograph and write about them.
그래서 우리가 더욱더 문화적인 이런 행위들, 전시라든지 공연이라든지 교류라든지 이런 것들이 좀 더 적극적으로 이루어져야 되겠다. 그리고 그런 북한의 모습들을 그 북한과의 경계인 이 김포에서 또 전시할 수 있게 해준 우리 세포트에게도 정말 감사드립니다. 그리고 여러분들 오셔가지고 같이 함께 공기를 호흡하고 느낄 수 있게 있어서 정말 감사드립니다.
여기서 아주 예쁜 사진했어요. 하고 뉴질랜드에서도 예쁜 산하고 나무하고 다 했어요. 그리고 이거 조금 좋은 커넥션하고 뉴질랜드에서.
남한 쪽의 산들은 전부 돌아다녀 봤는데 불행하게도 북쪽은 가보질 못해서 이렇게 사진으로나마 북쪽 산들을 보면서 만족을 하고 왔습니다. 감사합니다.
최연소의 나이로 남한 백두대간 정주한 학생들입니다. 반갑습니다. 여기 사진들 보니까 좀 멋진 것 같은데 저희도 그 기회가 된다면 걸어서 백두산까지 걸어보고 싶습니다.
백두산부터 지리산까지 5m 진짜 좋아요. And this is how we kept our beer cold. This is a typical like 해치보산 마을.